34 and 109.
Okay. Two. I hope you can hear me. Mic check. Mic check. This is a microphone check. The problem with this microphone is it's probably not picking up the sound as best as it could. Here's my cell phone. I'm doing my best to just pick up audio as best I can. Maybe I need to hold this microphone like so to get some better audio. 1 2 1 2. It's a little louder now, I think. Is it picking up audio? That's loud. It's a hot sunny day in California. I came out here wearing a sweatshirt a second time. I made a video earlier, a few minutes ago, 20, 30 minutes ago. I came out here wearing a sweatshirt, and then I had to take the sweatshirt off because it's so hot. And I didn't remember the mistake I made initially coming out here with that sweatshirt. So I came out here with a different sweatshirt, and here I am. Wow, the sky is glorious. This is a beautiful day here in Los Angeles, California. I'm a native Angelino, and I would like to share some thoughts with you, but I guess this beautiful sky is captivating my attention at the moment. So I don't really have anything to talk about. I'm gonna get some footage of the sky. I'm gonna take that now. Well, if I do that, then I'm gonna mess up my shot. Mess it up. I'll get it and then I'll add it later. I'll intersplice it. I'll edit it in to the video. I see someone moving on top of the hill over there. They're doing some gardening and whatnot. It's a beautiful day to get out into the garden, I suppose. It is what it is. Water. Got to drink some more water. I was having some headaches. I was experiencing headaches for a couple of days, and I solved the problem by drinking water. I haven't had a headache. I haven't felt that way again. The headaches coming on due to lack of water. Our bodies are mostly water, so it makes sense to replenish, rehydrate ourselves. That's what we're supposed to do. If you're not doing that, then you're already not doing what you're supposed to do. And what you're supposed to do is not a prescription from a doctor or someone who knows. No, that's just nature. The universe says that's what you are. That's what your body consists of. Therefore, you must replenish it. So put more water in there. That's what it's all about. Muji. Have you ever heard of Muji? Muji is he's a guru. So he knows about Zen. He knows about life philosophies, how to express these moments in our lives. I guess that's what I'm doing right now. Philosophizing. And a matter of fact, I think I look like Muji. You dig? Muji has a beard. I think he's in his 60s. His beard is graying. I'm in my 40s and my beard is graying. My mustache as well. But then Muji also wears these caps. Excuse me, this is a crown. This is a Rasta crown. Muji's Jamaican. I would not have known about Muji were it not for Tony Dennis. Man, I wish that brother would connect with me. Tony and I met in Peru in 2015, and we hit it off. We worked together on an international project whereby we communicated with each other via Facebook and email and what have you. And the brothers we worked with, including Tony and myself and Marvin and even Steven, well, they all entrusted me to handle the money. I did that for a year's time. I had about I'm gonna be generous. I'll say $150. 150. All right, I'll be even more generous. Let's say $200. There were $200 in the account, all of which had been collected from all of these men who wanted to work together to put money together and to use it to improve someone's life. Right? This was our project to give back. And there was some discrepancy, some disagreement between Tony and I, because after a year or so having that money sit in my account, I took it upon myself to give it to someone I thought was needy or that who could use that money. That person, I thought their profile matched the profile of the person that we should give the money to. Someone who was hardworking, who needed the money, who could put it to great use, etc., etc. And that person was a business owner in Mozambique, a woman I had met when I was in Spain studying Spanish in my Spanish class, and she was a businesswoman in Mozambique. And I was like, man, she's got her own business, and like we could help her out by just giving her the money. I never traveled to Mozambique. I met her in Spain, but we remained in contact, and I was like, fellas, I think this is a worthy recipient. But Tony didn't see it that way, and he was like, nah, man, we were supposed to give it to an African child in China. I mean, I'm being a little facetious, but the only African I knew of in China was Tony at the time, because he was working and living in China. And I was like, what you talking about, bro? I was like, man, we've been sitting on that money for a long time, and I just decided to give it to her, and that was it. Now, I contacted Steven because Steven contributed the most to the account. So of all of the contributors, Steven was like a majority owner. He had contributed more than 50%, probably more like 51%, but he was the majority contributor. And so I was like, Steven, what do you want to do with this money, man? Do you oppose me giving this money to Cecilia in Mozambique? And he was like, nah, Larry, I'm good with that. So I was like, look, he's a majority shareholder. I'm the treasurer. The money's been sitting in my account. Nobody's used it. I'm like, man, just give it to Cecilia and do good. And by that, Steven was cool with it. I was cool with it. I had not gotten the consensus, and I hadn't talked with Tony about it. But that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because Tony was like, nah, Larry, you didn't do that right. And then he never talked to me again. We're no longer friends on Facebook or whatever like that. And I'm like, man, I'm sorry, bro. It was $200. And rather than sit on it, I was like, give it to someone who needs it. And, so I tried to convince him that our mission as a group had been fulfilled, but I also apologize for acting outside of protocol. Protocol would say you have to notify all of the investors and let them know. Well, I screwed up. Man, it could be something just as little as that. I mean, well, in that case, I guess it was a very big deal, but I didn't see it as that big of a deal. I appreciated having them, entrust me with the money, but I didn't have any issues. I didn't hear anything from any of the other brothers. I mean, they weren't majority, contributors. They put $10 or $20 in, and we're like, whatever. Steven was the one who contributed $100, and he was more than a majority shareholder. But it was Tony who had the issue, and I was like, I'm scratching my head. I still love the brother Tony, man. He's real cool, very smart, intelligent brother, and I'm just sad I didn't do right by him. And I'm not really sad that I didn't do right by him because I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm sad that that I did not foresee that my actions would lead to this. So that's what it is. That's my little story. I'm cranking out these videos today, just getting some content up on my channel. So I hope you enjoyed this story about back in the day. Really wasn't back in the day. I met Tony in 2015, and we're talking about a decision I made in what year was that? Maybe 2018. Maybe it was 2018. It was probably 2018. So you live and you learn. Peace.
34 and 109.
Okay.